Kate, yeah, we're just like, I want you guys to be as comfortable as possible. We're not interviewers, so I don't have like a fucking list of questions I'm going to be asking you.
We did forget something.
What did we forget?
Do you have a drink?
I don't. Why, you want to go get me one?
Well, I was going to ask if you wanted to get me one.
Do you guys got drinks? What are you guys drinking right now?
Good. Go first.
I'm drinking. Elias and I are drinking Angry Orchard.
Would you mind
And I'm
if
drinking a Saskatchewan.
Can I run upstairs and go get him and I a couple drinks? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, you better run.
All right.
So I'm Jordan.
I'm Jason.
I'm Elias.
We're the Brothers G, and this is episode 123 of the Sit Down Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Inspired Vapor Company.
Yeah, so this company is owned by Kevin and Blaine Tetz, and they have 3 locations, one in Melfort, Prince Albert, and Humboldt, Saskatchewan.
Their goal is to help people quit smoking by
vaping.
By vaping, yeah.
Right? So if you vape, if you need some guidance with that on maybe tapering off of nicotine or whatever the case may be, you just want some flavorable oil, then reach out. Flavorable. I almost stuttered when I said that.
Yeah.
So reach out to these guys at
InspiredVaporCompany.com
and use the promo Moose10 at checkout. Perfection.
Beauty.
Right on. Man, you guys are pros. You guys are pros. So thank you. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, you guys. Welcome to the show. I was introduced to you guys at the Capitol at the Dead Levy EP release party. You guys blew my freaking mind. In my personal opinion, you guys stole the show that night. Holy shit, you guys were amazing. Freaking amazing. I'm so in love with your band. It's not even funny, you guys. Well done. I applaud you.
It is funny, actually, the way you say it.
I applaud you.
It's funny.
See, Mark wasn't there because Mark's a robot and doesn't freaking go out to as many shows as I do.
No, that makes you the machine.
I am the machine. No, I'm just kidding. No, hell yeah, you guys. So I'm very intrigued on like who you guys are. I don't know much. I've listened to your music, on YouTube, and that's like, I don't know you guys from a hole in the ground. So
yeah. So the first real question is, are you all brothers?
First real question. 2 of us are brothers. So Jordan and I, we both are brothers. Elias and I went to high school. We were in the same grade from kindergarten to grade 12. So we've kind of always been brothers in some way there. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, the name was just a given, right?
So that was my only question you had for the whole night.
Yeah,
so
Mark's done.
Wow,
Mic
right.
drop and walk
It
out.
was great talking about
So like, how long have you guys been playing together for? Because from what I saw, like, that was not your first rodeo. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to go back to what I was talking about with Mark earlier, me and Jason have been playing for about 10 years. We've been in some band or another, just picking up gigs where we can and playing in the garage, rehearsing as much as we can. And this project started in 2018. Is that right?
Yeah, 2018, I think.
Yeah, and it was just sort of a loose thing that we wanted to do, just me and Jason, just a 2-piece format, kind of White Stripes, Black Keys sort of vibe.
Yeah.
And we went in to do an EP with a former guitar teacher of ours. The guy's name is Devin Martinuk in Saskatchewan. And we just kind of like the results of it, I guess. I don't know. You can maybe iterate on that a bit.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Jordan and I, we were always playing in cover bands and stuff like that. We were younger, and we got to a point where we were in a band with like whatever 5 or 6 other guys. Like, it was just this big band, and with that many people comes a lot of, there's a lot of bullshit that kind of comes into there, and there's a lot of life stuff. People have to work, people have to, people have things on the go, and me and Jordan wanted to do the music, and it seemed like some other people in Dukes or in our other cover band, Dukes Under Fire, it seemed like some of them didn't really want to push that hard for the music stuff. So me and Jordan were like, well, fuck it. Let's just like do a 2-piece thing and just see what happens. And, you know, we recorded that EP, and then afterwards we kind of realized like, oh man, we put all these bass tracks on here. So we kind of need a bass player now.
Yeah.
And it just so happened Elias had a bass guitar. So we were like, hey, you want to jam? And that's kind of how it started. Yeah.
I like how you say that he has a bass guitar. He's not a bass player.
Yeah,
You just
He
had
just
a
has
guitar.
a bass
Elias,
guitar.
yeah, like here,
Yeah.
you could say it. Yeah.
I didn't start out as a bass player. I literally started playing bass within the same month that we started playing as like
Holy shit.
kind of the brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I
it was-
played I played guitar for a long time when I was younger, over through high school and all that. But yeah, so it was just kind of like, oh, I'll just pick up another instrument. And at the same time, like during the dissolution of Dukes Under Fire, I was also like working on pedal steel and stuff like that. So I was kind of already getting into the multi-instrumentalist thing. Just kind of worked that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Freaking rights. I love how that work, how shit like that happens.
Yeah.
And you guys recently just played a set at I feel like it was in Harris, Saskatchewan. Is that right?
Hafford. Our
Hafford.
hometown of Hafford, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hafford.
Right on. So tell us about that? How did that go?
It went great. Yeah, it was we had it was a all right turnout. I mean, could have been a little bit better, but I mean, it always could have been worse too. And yeah, we brought Chesterfield out. Shout out to Chesterfield.
Oh yeah, those
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a show with you guys too, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they were on a podcast.
You
Yeah, no,
bet.
Chesterfield, we love all of them. They're just so good. But anyway, yeah, we played the show with them, and yeah, it was a great afternoon of live music and wood carving and
Classic cars, lots of
and classic cars,
cars.
motorcycles,
Yeah,
beer.
bikes.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Dad-
dude.
Our
Yeah.
dad brought out his 57 Chevy Bel Air and just brought it down for the day and ended up winning a prize at the end of it.
Yeah, he was like top car or something
Yeah,
like that.
top
yeah,
car
yeah.
of the day.
Freaking
Nice.
rights, man. Hell yeah.
Why wasn't I there?
I don't know. Why weren't you
I don't
there,
know.
Mark? What the fuck?
Because cars.
Oh, you wouldn't go for Brother G?
Oh yeah, them too. But
Shit, man. I was a
And there's
little
cars at hand here. Yeah.
I think I was in Regina that weekend. That's why I wasn't there. But man, I'm just itching to see you guys play live again. Holy shit. I
when
can't
are you
wait.
playing live again?
When are we back in Saskatoon again is a good question. We're playing a lot. Well, we're doing some stuff actually right now with Jordan Blue. He's a country musician out of Eyebrow, Saskatchewan, and we're kind of backing him up for a couple shows here this coming weekend in Watson and Eyebrow. We'll be playing with him. But for Brothers G stuff, I don't know, when are we playing again?
Is it all the way in September?
No.
August 6th is Egg.
August, yeah,
Agar's,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we're playing Agar's Corner, which is just like 5 minutes south of Saskatoon. It's like this outdoor kind of wedding venue place.
Nice.
Which is a big, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Hmm.
Freaking rights.
What else is August 6th?
Yeah, Moose Fest is August 6th.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I thought you were gonna throw that in there and say, I think we're playing August 6th at Moose Fest in
Yeah.
Bellevue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't get the invite for that one.
Dude, I'll be dead honest with you. We had our bill all lined up and everything before I even knew who the hell you guys were.
Yep.
So
yeah,
my
no,
apologies
sure.
for that, but mark my words, man, we are going to talk after the show because I want you guys at next year's event 100%. Like,
Oh, that'd be
It-
fantastic.
Love-
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. But we'll talk about that after. And I'll probably cut
Sure.
that part out. Sorry for the interruption, you guys. I just wanted to tell you guys about Muse Canada. They're a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. Skip the algorithms of social media and connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month or use the promo code FunkyMoose2021 for 10% off. That is FUNKYMOOSE 2021 for 10% off. Back to the show. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm just fucking so curious, you guys. On how how you guys just do what you do. Like I'm just putting myself in my shoes at the Capitol that night, and I wasn't alone, and we were just so fucking amazed at your perfection in how it, like, is every show like that, or did you guys just luck out and bang one out of the park that night? Because holy shit, man.
I think
lately the shows have been like that. I would say
I
ever
think,
since
yeah.
COVID wrapped up.
I'd
or
say that was
loosened up
definitely
for
a
sure.
banger of a show though. Like
yeah, that was definitely a good set. Like I know we all felt super great that night, but it just seems like we've been working, you know, pretty hard at this for quite a while, especially during the pandemic. We had lots of time to rehearse and stuff like that. And I feel like we're just kind of, since we're able to go out there and show people what we've been doing for the past 2 years, I mean, I think it's maybe that's why it comes off as we're maybe sounding tighter, I guess. I don't know. Like I can't talk too high about myself. So.
Some of it is like, some of it we can't explain. Like people come up to us, how do you guys do that? And it really is sometimes tough for us to know exactly. It's just sort of a good chemistry between us.
Yeah. I think we all of us play well together, and since we all grew up together, we all kind of we all have mutual understandings of what we're doing, and we all respect each other, and it's just, I don't know, it's a brotherhood. It really is.
Right, for
Cool.
sure. Can you tell me a little bit about, like, you guys just released a new track there, what, a week or two ago? You did a cover of Jolene, right? Can you talk to us about that a little bit? Why Jolene? Why that song?
So, I mean, I guess it has to start at COVID. Once the pandemic hit, we were basically just chilling around the garage, which at the time was our rehearsal space. And we were kind of figuring out, you know, what are we going to do? And we all sort of decided, well, let's build ourselves a little room in this garage and set up a studio. Basically convert what we have here into something that we can, you know, at least record demos with. And then, you know, we started getting into it and buying, you know, a few pieces of equipment. We set up the room that we're in now. We made a few baffles, just kind of sound deadeners and whatnot, and spent the next, what was it, maybe 4 months?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out how recording works, and bought Pro Tools and a few mics and just started with that. And we tried to record our own original material, but we were just never satisfied with the sound that we were getting. And we were kind of just coming to the end of the winter, you know, we were getting ready for seeding, and let's just record a cover of Jolene and try it out with individual tracking instead of recording live. Because prior to that, we were recording everything live off the floor, just all of us playing together.
Right.
And we did all this tracking, and I spent maybe a couple months mixing it, sent it off to mastering, and we were just happy with the result that we had.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a full record or EP. So we were sitting on it. And finally, this winter, we decided, well, let's throw this out there and see what people think.
Right. Hell yeah, boys.
And what did people think?
How is it? Yeah, how is that turning out so far?
I
think people have thought it's pretty good. I mean, anybody who's come up to me to tell me about it has said we did a good job. Like,
yeah, we've had some good comments from anyone who's listened to it.
Hell yeah. Do you guys mind if we drop it? I freaking love it. I love it. I will be honest that I was before you guys released it, like quickly before, like 2 weeks before, I had seen another artist who I will not say live here. I saw him perform it live, different than yours, of course. And I was blown away by that rendition of it too. So I've been bugging him to like, fuck, you should lay that down, you know, and release it and do all this. And then 2 weeks go by and you guys released it. And I was like, oh, same fucking song. But it was like both versions are different. And I love them both. I did love it. So like I was conflicted when I first heard it because my incentive was to get somebody else to do that song. And then you guys beat me to it. So I was just like, fuck. But it was great, you guys. I freaking love it, man. I've blasted it a few times for sure. 100%.
Nice.
I love I just love your vibe. Like it's like bluesy, but rock. And I mean, that's my shit, man. I'm so into that. Like, you guys know who the Hour Hand is, right?
Hang on. Before you start talking about, did you want to play Jolene?
Oh yeah. Do you guys mind if we drop Jolene in this episode so the viewers and watchers can check it out?
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. Well, let's drop it in right here.
Take my man, Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you can easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. Your choice of man, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness, it depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene. Well, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene. Well, oh, please don't take him, even though you can. Hey!
Side note, did you see the copyright claim from last week's episode?
I didn't. What?
I disputed it and it still stands.
The copyright still stands?
Yeah.
Dude, that can take like 6 weeks before you get a reply.
No, I got a reply the day after, and it was like, no, copyright claim stands. You can't play it, or you
Interesting.
can't monetize
How
it.
do you guys upload your music? Just through like DistroKid?
Yeah, DistroKid.
Right. Yeah, we have issues with CD Baby, I think, is the one that causes us grief.
Not this time. This time it was something else.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's hit and miss. Fuck, we don't care. It's not about us anyways, man. It's about getting the music out there to all the listeners. Dude, I've got like, I think there's like 7 or 8 episodes in a row with like reasonable view counts on it, and there's copyright claims on all of them. And I'm just like, fuck.
Whatever.
Watching my hour count go down on YouTube. But that's just on YouTube though. All the other platforms seems to be like okay.
Sometimes Facebook is difficult, but whatever. Don't care.
I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't make exact sense why those like big record labels, when a song gets played on a podcast or something like that, or Rogan, let's say, and they won't let the audio go through. Well, if you maybe let the audio go through and a couple hundred more people listen to that song, wouldn't that give you a better incentive money wise?
Yeah, it would, but like it's just YouTube in particular. like what I think they're worried about is like they don't want us making money off of your work.
Yeah.
Right. So if they're coming to our show to listen to your music and you're not getting anything for it, then right. So they're just trying to like protect and make sure that you're getting your dues.
Which I get. But I mean, if we have in the episode that you guys give us permission to play the song and they still go, nope, we can't play it. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all just an algorithm. Who cares, right?
anywho.
And
Yeah.
that could be another reason why Rogan went to Spotify, is because now I've seen episodes where he was playing Coulter Wall on there, you know, and they watched a couple videos. Yeah. But I'm gonna bring it back. You guys do know who the Hour Hand is, right?
We know of the name, and
Yeah,
like we've been in touch with them on Instagram a little bit.
Hell yeah. I want you guys to connect with them so bad. I think a lineup with you guys, the Hour Hand, and maybe even like the Radiant, you three, I think could fucking crush it out there. You guys should do like a little mini tour. Hell yeah, man.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But yeah. So I've been bugging the Radiant and the Hour Hand to reach out to you guys. So I hope that they have.
Okay.
I think it was Cole, the guitar player from the Hour Hand, reached out. And you and him were talking about amps there.
Yeah, we were talking about guitar tones for a little bit. Yeah, he was asking about why my tone was so fuzzy. Yeah.
Dude, that guy's awesome. I love that guy. So yeah, shout out to the Hour Hand. I want to see you guys fucking do something together, collab or something. I think it'd be dope. Yes. So where does that, like, I don't want to put you in like a genre or nothing, but like your style, what can you guys inform me on, like, where did that stem from? Like clearly your guys' style is right up my alley, and I know where mine stems from. I'm just curious where yours does, because you're a lot younger than I am.
Fair enough. So I don't know, like when me and Jordan first kind of started playing in bands and we started, you know, playing in Saskatchewan and stuff like that. I mean, we stumbled into Bud's on Broadway, and I think Bud's is like where we got all the blues from. I mean, going to Bud's jam, seeing other bands play there, the place just oozes with blues and country. So, I mean, that's definitely where a lot of the blues stuff came from. But I mean, as younger kids and stuff like that, getting into music, I mean, we were always listening to stuff like, you know, just listening to hard rock stuff, Zeppelin, Sabbath, from a very early age, listening to that 70s rock kind of stuff, and not really giving a shit about country music at the time and stuff. And then I think as we've gotten older, we've started to appreciate country music as well. So that's kind of stemmed into that Brothers G sound as well. But I don't know, that's kind of my opinion. What's your take on it?
I think like the small town thing helps too. Like we're
Yeah.
all from Hafford, Saskatchewan. That's a pretty small town. Helps with the rural thing. Gets
Right.
that country.
Yeah, when almost every building you walk into is playing Country 600 CJWW.
Yeah.
You're surrounded with that style of music.
Yeah.
Right.
So you kind of, whether you like it or not, it clings to you. And yeah, like Jason said, we kind of learned how to appreciate it as we got older and found different artists in the country realm, you know, like the new guys in Kentucky, Tyler Childers, Sturgill Simpson, those type of guys.
Yeah.
Even going like old school, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, all that kind of stuff was and is very informative on our music nowadays.
Hell yeah, guys.
I kind of like, maybe not the same music style, but the kind of vibe I get is the same as 7 Mile Sun.
I would go with a cross between 7 Mile Sun and the Hour Hand.
Yeah.
It's so electric, dude. It's so good. Freaking right. Yeah. You guys are like, you guys all have farmland too. You guys are all farmers, right?
Jordan's the only guy who has land.
I'm the only, well, I don't have land.
Well,
I
he
rent
rents
it,
land,
but-
yeah. Me and Elias, we just work for farmers.
All right. You don't work for Jordan? Wait.
No, and we don't work for Jordan, no. Not yet.
They charge too much.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, because I noticed well, I mean, in talking with you guys, trying to line this episode up too, like you guys, you had your seating to do, all that, so we kind of had to wait until that was all done before we got you on here. But does that like conflict you with like musically to get out there playing gigs? Like, is that kind of like a monkey wrench in it? Do you know what I mean? Being a farmer, or is it like an actual
it is.
lifestyle?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was worse when we were younger though, because we used to milk cows as well as just grain farm. So we would go and play buds, and we would be there till like 2 a.m, get home, change into our like chore clothes, and go out and milk cows.
Right.
So that was a hard learning. So we're just kind of more used to it now, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you still have cows?
Yeah, we still have like 8 or 9 on the farm.
Yeah, we
they
don't-
don't milk or
yeah.
anything. They're just there for beef.
Yeah. Nice. I need some beef. I'll buy some off you. But
Talk about it after.
Yeah.
you bet. Hell yeah, guys. So okay, walk me through a writing process of yours. Like if you guys are gonna okay, we need a new tasty jam here. Can you kind of give me a little insight on how that process goes?
A lot of it stems from just the jam room. A lot of it's just me, Jordan, and Elias monkeying around. Even times on stage, we'll just be kind of jamming, doing a sound check, and be like, "Oh, that's kind of like a cool little lick or a cool little riff," and then we'll kind of like bring that back in, during a rehearsal or something like that. And I mean, we all individually have writing ideas and stuff too. Like me and Jordan, they're like he has a lot of songs, I have a lot of songs. You probably have songs somewhere, I don't know where, but we all just kind of either we kind of figure stuff out together, or someone just kind of brings in an idea during rehearsal and we kind of work on it. But I feel like our process is I feel like it's very slow but very steady. Like we slowly but surely write songs.
Yeah, it's extremely organic in my opinion, because
Yeah.
like a lot of times it'll be a tempo will completely change how we structure a song. So if we start with a drum idea that's maybe really steady, and then okay, that's not working, we're going to go to a shuffle. Sometimes we'll move around a lyric then, or we'll change a verse because it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is really the three of us just working through the songs.
Freaking rights. So you guys currently working on an album right now, or like some kind of EP release, or what do you guys got coming up?
Yeah, so we pretty much have, I think we have mostly all of our songs written for an album, and I believe after harvest this year, so hopefully starting in November or whatever, we're hoping to start recording. But we do have the ideas, we have everything there. We're just a bit busy this summer with playing shows here and there, but come this winter time, we're going to definitely start recording this new album.
But even before that, we have 3 singles that we've recorded this past winter that are now finally mixed and mastered. Just got to get the cover art done, and those will be up hopefully sometime in the fall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Do you have like a strategic plan, or are you just gonna like release them all together, or like every
think we're still-
week,
We're still
maybe, or-
figuring out what a plan is.
We're still
And,
planning the strategic plan.
yeah.
This is kind of what we talked about when he was upstairs. Like a record label could help you with that.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
That is definitely one of their pros for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just having that sort of PR thing.
So where do you record, and where do you have everything mixed and mastered?
So all the recording is done in me and Jason's parents' garage out in Hafford. And the mixing is also done there. Mastering gets sent off to Trevor Case in Saskatoon.
Okay.
Nice. And so is he the guy that you've like always worked with?
Listen, we've worked with Trevor since we were still Dukes Under Fire. We released a couple of singles back in, I think, 2016. Something like that.
or before that.
Yeah. But we've worked with Trevor for a long time, so it's been a good working relationship.
Yeah.
Freaking rights, man. Hell yeah. You must have gotten a lot. I want to talk about the Capitol again, because like that's really how I know you guys, right? Did you guys get like any major feedback from that night, like specific, where you're just like, holy fuck?
I guess that'll be it.
Besides me coming up to you and inviting you on the podcast, I mean,
That was probably the highlight, right?
That was a pretty good one. That was
nice.
the Ryan from Trilapa Music Festival. We talked with him
Yeah,
there for
yeah.
a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, Liam Hansen, the owner of the Capitol, has been in touch with us, been making some connections there. So
Yeah.
Nice.
and I mean, even just the people who were there, just having a conversation with anyone and getting that, you know, little bit of feedback. It's always well appreciated.
Oh yeah.
Because those are the people who are going to come next time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more. And that's, I think, another layer of what drew me to you guys is when I went to talk to you guys. Like you guys are just humble. You're just normal Saskatchewan boys just fucking rocking out. You know, you didn't think of yourself on this other tier than anybody else. And I love that aspect. It makes a relationship so much more trustworthy. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So please do not lose that. Like, no matter
Oh,
how,
I mean, oh, no.
like,
We
don't
went
lose
to,
that at all.
one time when me and Jason were younger, we went to it was a drum clinic at Long McQuaid, and the drummer's name is Brent Fitz. He plays with Slash.
Yeah.
I think he's still with Slash now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anyways, the big takeaway from that whole clinic was just what he was talking about the music industry. And he said, rule number one, don't be an asshole. And
Yeah.
he definitely took that to heart. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
perfect
want to
advice.
take that further. That should be a rule of life.
Yeah.
yeah,
Really should,
for
yeah,
sure. I mean,
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
asshole, dick, whatever curse
Yeah.
works for you.
Yeah.
Right. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Did you get to talk to what's the drummer's name again? What did you say?
Brent Fitz. Yeah,
Brent,
we
yeah.
kind of talked to him a little bit. We were pretty young. I think I was maybe 16, 17 at the time.
Yeah, I would have been
Okay.
like 12 or 13
Yeah.
or something. Like, yeah.
It was definitely a cool experience though, to get some stories even from someone who's been down that road. And I think he played with Alice Cooper and a few other bands along the way, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that out by kind of like in the Craven area where that camp was?
No. This is
no, this was at Along McQuaid.
Long McQuaid,
Saskatoon.
Okay.
the audio store.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I was asking that because I went to when I went to Regina last weekend, I brought Andrew Dina with me.
Yep.
Do you guys know Andrew Dina?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
I played on a tour with Andrew Dina. Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we
So,
were driving
into-
by the I forget the name of the town. Lumsden, maybe? Whatever
Yeah.
fucking town's over there.
That's where Carissa lives.
And there was some place and he was like, oh, I went to a drum camp here like years back. And he was telling me how, you know, they always flew in, you know, bigger named artists. And he said, oh, the
Uh-huh.
drummer for like Marilyn Manson was here. And I don't know, he named a couple other ones. That was the one that like really triggered me. Not triggered, but it like not triggered, but it was like the one that I was like, oh, that's fucking deadly, right? And I was just, for some reason I was thinking that you were there too, and I was like, holy fuck, you were 13 when you did that. But yeah, I go on these little rants, so my apologies.
I've learned to
on the
live with that.
topic of like, on the topic of music camps, we did attend one through Long McQuaid when we were kids, and that was where our first exposure at Buds was.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did like an afternoon show. I think it was Saturday afternoon, and they brought, because on Saturday afternoons at Buds, you could go in there underage and hang out and go play on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's when they
Nice.
brought all the kids in from this camp. I remember
Right.
one year there were 8 of us on stage. It
Yeah.
was
There's
just
the whole
crazy.
stage was just
4 or 5 guitar players.
Yeah.
Freaking rights. I've only been there, I think I went there twice. First time I went there, I went there with Weapons after, I don't remember what the hell they were playing. I think the Coors Event Center, and then we ended up going to Buds on Broadway after. And I wasn't like, I don't know, I don't drink. I haven't drank in like 10 years. I don't really have any rhyme or reason to go to a bar. So I was going to check it out. And I don't even know who was playing on stage, but it was like that old, it made me think of like when I was in high school and stuff, and we used to have like dances at the hall, you know, and you'd get a band playing and then everyone freaking drank and partied or whatever. So I definitely had that kind of vibe. Didn't really have the best time. It was kind of like whatever, it was pretty late. But the second time I went, Talus was actually playing. I don't know who the band was he was playing, but Talus, the drummer for Weapons, they just finished the show opening for the Trues, and he immediately went to Buds on Broadway after to go do this other set. So after the Trues, Janelle and I went out there, and I had a freaking blast there, dude. Like it was like old 80s, 90s tunes, and Janelle and I, we were just dancing, having a good time. I had so much fun. Oh, but
So what was different from the first time then?
I don't know, maybe because Talus was playing, gave it a different vibe. I don't know. I don't know. It was just a good night in general.
You just like Talus.
Yeah, I got a crush on Talus.
Everybody loves
Everybody
Talus.
loves-
Yes. We have a lot of connections to the Boys and Weapons. Mick was a member of Dukes Under Fire for like 3-4 years. He played with us when we were kids. Talus was my drum teacher, and Jordan Wellborn and us did a couple of shows together, and we've hung out a few times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He wrote one of the songs when we were in Dukes Under Fire, or co-wrote it with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we have lots of good old memories with those boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, those guys are solid
Cool.
for sure.
Should cut that out and send it to him.
Yeah, no, we'll just cut it out and not
Yeah, just cut it out.
just cut that
Yeah.
out completely. I
Cut it and send
swear
it.
to God, like every fucking episode for like the last 3 months,
Yeah,
the
we talk about
weapons
weapons.
comes up for whatever reason. You'd think that I legit have a crush on those guys.
I was dumb enough to invite him again on the podcast.
I do want them back. I want to talk about fucking Moose Fest, but we're booked past Moose Fest.
Yeah,
already.
well, too bad.
So we'll have to get them on after the fact and talk about it. Mhm. So you must have some good stories about those guys. Seeing as
Yeah.
we're talking about weapons, I want to hear some fucking beats.
Okay, let me try and remember. So one time we were hanging out with Jordan Wellborn. So this would have been, oh God, this is like a few years ago. Who was all there? You were there. I was there. I don't know if you were there or not.
I don't think.
I think Jordan Wellborn was there, and then Mick was there. We were all in this garage. We were playing, whatever, having a couple beers, you know, smoking cigarettes, stuff like that. Anyway, we finish kind of rehearsing, or not really rehearsing, jamming, I guess. And we go back to Jordan's like house or whatever, and we're sitting there and we're having a couple drinks. And I remember, Jordan, you had like whiskey in like some kind of like of a car. It was like a Model A thing, and it was like a bottle of whiskey inside of it.
Oh yeah, that was that like little like
Yeah.
thing.
So we're like drinking whiskey out of this this like little bottle from this like car thing. And Wellborn is like drinking this whiskey, and he looks in the shot glass. He's like, man, like this whiskey is really misty. And there's like something floating in like the bottom of the bottle. So it's just been kind of fermenting there in this whiskey. So we're sitting there drinking this like white misty whiskey.
Ferment.
And Wellborn like spills some at some point, and he grabs like whatever, just a piece of paper towel, wipes it up, and then like wrings it into his mouth.
Oh,
And
man.
that was one wild Wellborn story.
Yeah,
I
that's
have.
hardcore.
That guy's freaking.
I was
wild.
fortunate enough to do a tour. They weren't weapons at the time. They were the Jordan Wellborn Trio. And Talus, for whatever reason, couldn't make 2 shows in Grand Prairie. So I went with them for the 2 shows in Grand Prairie. And then he flew out to Edmonton from wherever he was and did the 2 shows in Edmonton. So I was out on the road with those guys for like 5 or 6 days.
Oh,
Just
hell
kinda
yeah.
Hanging out. Grand Prairie was a hell of a town. Had a good time there. And yeah, no, that's just some good memories along the way for what we can
Right on.
remember.
Have you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
What where's the farthest that Brothers G has been able to perform live? Have you guys played outside of Saskatchewan yet?
No.
No,
No,
we
definitely
were
not.
supposed to before COVID happened, but
Yeah, we did have a show booked in 2 Hills and 3 Hills, Alberta.
Whoa.
There is a 3 Hills. We had in both the hill towns.
2 hill
2 and
towns.
3.
Wow.
Wow.
Freaking right.
2 and 3,
So
yeah.
I have a question, and maybe some of the listeners have this same question. Is a band of your stature, okay? You guys are coming up, you guys are trying to like book gigs, do live shows. How did you book those shows in 2 Hills and 3 Hills?
We played a biker rally, and then we just had bikers texting us asking if we wanted to play these shows.
Well, so to go more in depth than that, it was a rally held.
It's like more or less. That's
I
kind
mean,
of
that's
what it is.
that's a
Like,
good just the
in
story.
a
But
nutshell, that's what it is. Yeah.
anyways, it was a couple years back. Our hometown won most rider-friendly community through some kind of biker association.
Yeah.
So they had this sort of event, and we played for it. And the organizers of this most rider-friendly community got in touch with us, and yeah, they were having another event the next year in 2 Hills and then one in 3 Hills. So it was just kind of a connection that we had made.
Mhm.
Right.
Huh.
Hell yeah, man. I want to figure out how to plan little mini tours.
I want to figure out where 2 Hills and 3 Hills is.
Yeah, where yeah, where do you guys know where that is even?
Oh, okay. One is like south and one is north. I just can't remember which one it is.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, I'll Google it.
Freaking rights. I want to figure out how to I want to get in touch with like venues outside of Saskatchewan. And then I want to be able to like book bands for like, you know, if I, like I said earlier, if I can get you guys the Hour Hand and the Radiant and fucking do like a Western Canadian thing, and we'll just, you guys go on tour
Well,
for like,
why not start
month.
with a smaller Saskatchewan tour?
fuck, small's too small, man. Go big or go home.
No. Saskatchewan is
go
pretty
home.
big.
It is.
You can
but-
go from La Ronge to PA to Saskatoon, Rosthern in between. You can go
Yes,
to
but there's-
Regina and
but
then to Moose
here's
Jaw and
the-
then
it's you're thinking too small though, because if you look at Saskatchewan and how like I don't know how to word it without sounding like a dick, but it's so country, right? And these guys aren't fucking country.
yeah, but if you keep putting them outside of Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan is going to stay country.
Yeah, well, fuck Saskatchewan, man. Get outside of Saskatchewan and go where like you're gonna generate a bigger bang, right? Because I feel like you're tied down here. Your options are limited here. To an extent. Like, there are great venues in Saskatchewan,
Eh,
but I mean, if you can go elsewhere and do great, then you come home and it'll be even better, right?
Yeah, I definitely agree to that. Like, you have to get yourself outside of your hometown and your comfort zone. But I think the thing with Saskatchewan is there's definitely enough bands and enough musicians around here that you could create a good scene.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's, you know, trying to grow it more from home, I think is, you know, what we're definitely about.
that's
Oh yeah. I
that's
mean, like we.
kind of what I'm saying too.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to go out and, you know, obviously we have intentions to tour, you know, across Canada or
Oh,
Western
for
Canada,
sure.
Eastern Canada, you know, hopefully North America maybe one day. I don't know, but we do have hopes to
Europe.
go out.
If you want to make
Europe.
if you want to make some real money, go to Europe.
Go to
Plan a
Europe.
tour in Europe. Yes, they freaking love music out there, dude. Live music.
Yeah.
And
I
being
heard,
from
yeah.
Saskatchewan, being a rock group from Saskatchewan, you'll clean up there, dude.
So
Yeah, I know,
I'm
you're-
from I'm from Holland originally, and festivals are crazy there. They're ginormous. It's like Craven, but every other weekend.
Times
Yeah.
10.
What's that? Like, it's not Rock am Ring. I think that one's in Germany, right?
That's Germany, yep.
Yeah. What's the big festival in Holland?
Lowlands,
Lowlands. Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. one.
Lowlands, Pink Pop.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
those
yeah,
are the big ones. And then you have a bunch of well, I mean, still big compared to the festivals that we have here. But there are lots of smaller ones. Like I said, maybe not every other weekend, but every month and throughout the summer there's a festival. And then the big names, you know, the big name artists are always playing in you know, Amsterdam and Utrecht and
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, if you want to make
No.
money, go there.
Yeah. If you want to make bank, Europe is where it's at. You're not gonna make that kind of coin in Canada. Not
If
at
you
all.
can make it to Glastonbury in England, oh man, you've made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Glastonbury, that would be a
Huge,
dream.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
watching videos of the Rolling Stones playing there back in 2013 and just this sea of people.
Yeah.
Just nuts.
Man, if you guys keep doing what you're doing, that's gonna be you guys. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Well, that's the hope, anyways.
That's
dream.
definitely a dream. Yeah, yeah.
We just like to get a van and have enough places to play over the course of the year that you can make a living. That would be awesome to me, anyways.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right. So would you say your ideal time for a tour would be winter? Because I mean, harvest is.
No, they'll
Yeah.
be touring year round because they would drop the farming.
Yeah, I know, but to get started though, you start at the beginning of winter and just never come back
Yeah, yeah.
because you're just fucking crushing it.
Harvest is done.
Yeah.
Now we're doing music.
Yeah. And think of the money you would save by not having to rent the land anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't farm, so I don't know.
But keep a little bit of land for a festival or something.
Hey, there you go. We'll move.
Yeah,
Moose
just
to
keep it back
here.
40.
Yeah, yeah.
Booze Fest. We'll have Booze Fest too. We'll have a second one in Hafen.
3.
It'll be
That will be
three.
the third
Three.
one. That's next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Go give me a drink out of the fridge.
Yeah,
One of
grab
those
me
angry
one, too.
orchards. Thanks, Jordan.
Round for everyone.
Yeah. Cheers, boys.
Yeah.
Cheers. Jordan's just getting bruised.
We should drop in another song right here.
Yeah.
Do you guys? How many? Am I allowed to play a couple songs or just Jolene?
You can drop however many you want.
As much as you like, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Cool.
I gotta ask you guys a question. What's your favorite song from the E EP?
Oh yeah, fucking Oppression Blues, 100%.
When you got a not every man deserves love. But I give to you my beating heart, but still you won't give me some. And that's why you are my goddamn. I said that's why you are
Oh,
Blues,
nice.
yeah. Oppression Blues. Yeah, I remember recording that one. Yeah.
I don't know how many different amps did you use on that song? 3?
We definitely tried a lot of amps. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were fortunate. The person that, well, Devin, who I'd mentioned before, had a just great array of Marshalls and Orange and Fender amps. So
Just a great selection of
yeah,
amps. Yeah.
we were in heaven tone wise.
Nice. I think I might have screenshot it and sent. Who runs the Instagram out of you three?
That would be
primarily
me.
Jordan. Yeah.
You do? I might have screenshot this and sent it to you, but when I posted I posted something from you guys at the Capitol, there was a band out of BC that hit me up and they were like, those guys are fucking awesome. I've been listening to them a lot lately.
Hang on, was this the song that
what was the name of
made
that
Cole
band?
ask you how you got that fuzzy sound?
No, that was just I think
Okay.
Joel had some kind of video from the Capitol from that night.
No,
I think he saw-
this Oppression Blues song.
Oh, I have
Oh,
no
is
idea.
that is-
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, what was Cole talking about? It sounded fuzzy.
I think Cole was talking about one of the videos that you had posted from our Capitol show.
Yeah.
Oh, what a goof. It's
Oh.
because it's a video from my phone. That's probably why it sounded fuzzy. Jeez. Yeah, there was a band who is actually going to be on the show in July called Magic Mountains. Have you guys heard of these guys?
Yeah, they've been in touch with us on Instagram. They like some of our stuff, and we like them back. So,
Yeah.
Oh shit, I
freaking
didn't even
right.
or I like them. I don't know about you guys.
like I actually, to be honest with you, I haven't heard about him until now. But yeah.
Yeah. So when I had posted that video from the Cap, they were like, we were kind of talking about you guys, and then I ended up booking them on the show too. So they're pretty good. They're all right. I think they're from
Lloyd,
BC.
right?
Is
Or
it
they're
Lloyd?
BC.
I thought BC.
No, that's a different band I'm thinking of. Sorry about that. I can't remember. Now I can't remember the name of that band though.
The band from BC.
No, the band from Lloyd.
Oh,
Magic Mountain.
Some other mountains.
oh shit. Is it? It's. I
Yeah,
kind of know.
no.
What you're,
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh no, Magic Mountains is from Edmonton, Alberta. It's a British Canadian rock band. That's why I was.
So they're
thinking
not
BC.
from BC or Lloyd.
Yeah, they're from Edmonton. Nice.
okay.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys you're getting out there. That's for sure. How often do you guys get together to like do jam sessions and rock out?
Once a week,
yeah.
most times.
Yeah.
Like recently, we've been busy with this country artist that we're backing up, Jolie Blue. So we've been rehearsing a lot of his material, and that's like Stompin' Tom Connors, Corb Lund, that kind of
Oh, yeah.
old traditional country.
Yeah.
So it's a
Right.
totally different ball cap for us to be wearing.
Right.
It's fun.
So is
But-
it
But it's a
Oh,
nice
hell of a lot.
change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. It's almost funky the way we play some of those songs.
Yeah, we kind of fuck them up a little bit. Yeah.
nice? As you should. As you should. Hell yeah, boys.
Yeah.
You got anything?
No, I asked my burning question
Before
Yeah,
the show
he did- he-
started?
right from the start.
What was your burning
Yeah.
question?
If they're brothers.
Oh fuck. Okay, well, I think we're good for the show. I do want you guys to know, like, man, if there's anything that we could ever do, please just fucking hit us up, man. This door is wide open for you guys. I love the shit out of you guys. I got your back 100% in whatever it is that you guys are doing. And you have my word. I will help. If I can help, man, I'll like use me and I'll do what I can. 100%.
He likes being used.
So yes, you guys, yeah. I got a dark past, but the door is always open. Please, you guys, if you guys got stuff coming out, hit us up. We'd love to have you guys back on the show. We can talk about it. We can play some of it. And I want to see you guys live again. So please book some more shows. If I have to fucking book a show for you guys just to see you play, I'm good. I promise. You laugh, but I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I can see it in those eyes.
Oh yeah. man.
Yeah,
We
those
should-
agent not.
We should Cage United. We should get 7 milestones, the hour hand, and them in between.
You got to throw the Radiant in there too. I think the Radiant would
Yeah.
be a good mix. Dude, we'll talk about this after the episode because I have ideas already that I don't want to say on it. So, that being said,
Thanks for watching and listening.
thanks everybody for tuning in this week. This is Brothers G. Thanks, guys.
Sweet, thank you.
Right on, thanks.